ritmo bueno para gozar, bailar, oye cómo va. El ritmo bueno para gozar, bailar. And as you're able to at this time, please stand and join in our opening song, Spirit is in this place. You can put your hands together, you know the drill. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in here. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Verse 2 together, and we sing in celebration. Yes, we do. We sing with words of prayer. Oh, yeah. And we affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Yeah. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Oh, yeah, Spirit is here. Ooh, feel that presence. You come just as you are. Oh, yeah.
I guess I didn't, did I? I was saying, what am I doing today? And I go, I know I looked. Obviously not well. Oh, it's so good to see all your faces. My name is Reverend Bobbi. I'm the spiritual leader and senior minister here at Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living. I remind myself what amazing people you are. I don't have to remind myself. But I say that because I am your practitioner today. I know, I love that. So I have to put my glasses on because, I usually don't do this role too often. But I'm going to invite our beloved Jacqueline Williams-Pearson up here with the candle. Knowing that this light we light today represents the light that we are. It's just a reminder of how amazing we are. The light within us shines And this is just that beautiful, oh, I have it too. So if you will read our affirmation for the communities, this is the affirmation we use to the purpose of this service and how we come together. So would you read that with me? The circle of love is complete here. This love includes all and is bound by unity. Pause. Pause. Deep breath. Let's continue. We journey together in that love, hand in hand. We sit in the presence of that love and see the face of God in all. And see the face of God in all. So I just anchor in that phrase, the face of God as all, knowing that there is only one power and one presence. It is called by many names, by many faiths. It is God, Spirit, universal consciousness. It is that energy, that creative force that is in all things, encompassing all things, the container of all things. There is no beginning, no ending, no edge, no center. It is the love. This love that I continue to ask myself that becomes greater and greater in my own understanding. And right now here, love is together. I am one with it. Every person in this room is one with it. And so today, as we open up this service, we bless all who've had a part. We bless all who have come in here with such beautiful joy, such gratitude. And we bless those that come into the room that are struggling a little bit. And that care and love that is being asked for, we listen and we see what is ours to do in that moment. For we all need that. And we need that without asking. For that need is really just who we are as humans. And anchoring in that beautiful creation that is human here, I just accept that all that unfolds today is perfectly imperfect. I accept that because that is what love is. And I hold that as love. And I just bless me that I remember to come back up here next time. So in deep gratitude, thank you, God. And so it is.
Good morning. My name is Chris Schreiber, and it is my honor to welcome each of you here today to this community that you create, that we create together. We are a radically welcoming and evolving community. We believe that all paths lead to an awakening. All paths lead to an awakening. We are here collectively revealing that love, as practitioner Reverend Bobbi just said, is who we already are. Our speakers today are practitioner Reverend Bobbi and Jesse Keeler. Our musicians, Lena, Jim, Rachel, Cheryl. Our practitioner on duty today, Reverend Bobbi, whom you've recently met, Jackie on service and support, Mary Birch on meditation and prayer support, and our leadership presenter is Tori. Youth and family, Wenda is out with our youth and family. And on audiovisual in the back, John and Matt, way to go, guys. Appreciate you. Our welcome team is led by Lorraine and Diane today, so thank you, welcome team. Our ASL interpreter extraordinaire, Eileen C. Davis. And now I invite you all to welcome and greet each other. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Welcome back. All right, 11:12. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Welcome back, welcome back. I invite up Debbie Ann Vokes to help wrangle the crowd. Welcome, everyone. Please take your seats. Please take your seats. Thank you.
Okay, welcome back. It's great to see everyone. My name is Debbie Ann. I am part of the leadership team here at Pacific Coast CSL. Yes, very exciting. First thing we're going to do today is we are going to read our joint collaboration vision statement. So I'd like you to read this with me. Through mindful and respectful exploration, we are creating a healthier foundation that supports and engages a whole beloved community equipped to launch new strategies for a thriving spiritual center. Woo, that's awesome. And now for some quick announcements. Okay, the essentials of mindfulness. These classes are beginning this week. Both classes are 6-week sessions starting this Monday and Tuesday. Monday's class is at 10:30 a.m., which is a beginner class and a great refresher if you've taken it before. Tuesdays is at 6:30 p.m., which is the next level of mindfulness. It's not too late to sign up. The cost is $120, 6 weeks. It's definitely worth it. And Casey Howe, amazing instructor, will be teaching those. All right, the circle, we're going to do pumpkin carving and bake sale Saturday, October 28th, 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. This is a fundraiser for sprinklers. We need new sprinklers here. It's going to be right here. $20 in advance, $25 the day of the event. Everything's included. Your pumpkin, your carving tools. We're going to have a bake sale as well, so bring some baked goods. Very exciting, and join us, please, on that day. Love Earth as One. There is a beach cleanup and meditation next Sunday, October 15th. 7:30 to 9:30 is the beach cleanup. Meet in the parking lot that day. And then 10:20 to 11 a.m. is the meditation session, which is led by Jesse Keeler. So you don't want to miss this one. This is also an awesome offering. This is just a reminder that on the 14th and 15th, there is the Long Beach Marathon. So plan ahead. There's a lot of road closures that day. They actually have a website which is www.runlongbeach.com. They provide maps and alternative routes the day of the marathon, so be aware of that. And want to lend a helping hand? We are always looking for people to volunteer and serve our beloved community. There's lots of options. These are just a few of them on the slide. And service is really rewarding. You're serving, but you get so much in return. This is just this is a cross-center opportunity. We just want to let you know that Huntington Beach CSL are having a fundraiser of their own on the 21st. They're trying to restore their floors. So it's a DJ dance party, and it's a good opportunity. So October 21st, if you want to join in that. This is my favorite part. The thank yous. The board creates these thank yous, and it's just a great opportunity for the leadership to thank the community. I want to thank the choir. Aren't they amazing? Come on, yeah. What a beautiful, uplifting way to serve the community. Again, another way to serve is beautiful voices just raised so eloquently every week, and I really appreciate the choir. I'd also like to thank our amazing hosts. They get up here and they're enthusiastic and they are knowledgeable, and it's a spiritual practice as well, and these hosts are also amazing. Another way to serve your beloved community. So that's my bit, and I'd like to invite us all into a little bit of sacred silence. Thank you.
So this is sacred time. I know we love to clap for them, don't we? Just clap quietly, which is wave your hands or something. So stay in that sacred space of silence as we move through this time of service.
Good morning, Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living. I'm trying not to break that silent moment. I'm Jesse Keeler, and I'm licensed to pray through the Centers for Spiritual Living. A little while back, I was introduced to the idea that the earth has a consciousness, and that consciousness can affect the human psyche. And this idea suggests something about ourselves, that by exploring place and the natural processes that we're a part of, that we can understand ourselves and our world more deeply. So being introduced to this idea, I got curious about who are the indigenous people that were in the Long Beach area, Seal Beach area, long before any of us got here. And given that tomorrow is Indigenous Peoples Day, I was thrilled that I get to talk about this, even if it's briefly. So about 3,500 years ago, a group of people moved into the Los Angeles Basin and the southern Channel Islands, what we know as Catalina, and their word became known as the Tongva. By the time the first Spanish arrived, the settlers arrived, it was believed there were upwards of 10,000 of the Tongva in the area in Southern California. Now, I'm not a scholar or historian of indigenous people, and for the sake of this share, I'm focusing on who was said to be the most influential group in this area, which were the Tongva, and this is not intended to diminish the role of any of the other indigenous peoples in the region, including the Chumas, the Cheech, and the Ashaman. The Tongva were considered by historians as some of the most prosperous of the tribal nations. They were able to sustain themselves through hunting and gathering from the richness and the bounty of the earth and the coastal area here. They were also known for their vast trading network. The trade routes they established have been used by all of the colonizing cultures that came after them, including us. So if you've ever traveled on the San Bernardino Freeway or the Hollywood Freeway, you are traveling on routes that they established. They were also skilled communicators. And we know Signal Hill, which is not too far away, was a place where they used to send smoke signals. And those smoke signals could be seen as far away as Catalina Island, which is over 20, maybe 23, 26 miles away off coast. About 3 miles from where we're sitting here is one of the Tonga's sacred sites, Pavunga, which is located in what is now Cal State Long Beach campus. They knew that spot is the place of emergence, where their world and their lives began. It was the home to Wiat, one of the first beings who is their sacred leader. The region in which our center is located was considered a place of pilgrimage. Pavunga is considered as sacred to the Tongva as is Mecca to the Muslims, as Jerusalem is to the Christians and the Jews. Prior to Christianization, the Tongva believed that humans are one strand in the web of life. Humans, along with plants, animals, and the land, are reciprocal relationship of mutual respect and care. They did not have a belief, a concept of bad or evil spirits. And the Tongva understood time as nonlinear and that there is constant communication with ancestors. When the Spanish explorers, missionaries, and settlers arrived, the Tongva population was ravaged by diseases that they had no immunity to. Eventually, they would be forced into servitude, enslaved to build the missions. The colonizers stripped them of their identity as Tongva, calling them Gabrielinos, after the mission San Gabriel Archangel, which they built. The Tongva were the targets of genocide. Fortunately, there are Tongva alive today, a much smaller population, but a very active community working hard to preserve their heritage. I'm telling you this because the place that we worship is in the same area as a people from another time worshipped. They saw this ground as holy, as sacred, just as we know that this ground that we are walking on, this place that we are sitting in, this place that we worship, is sacred and holy. Now, I just said a lot, and it probably stirred up a lot. What I'd like you to do right now with me is just, I want you to take in a deep breath. I want you to breathe in all the way to the soles of your feet. And as you exhale, just exhale out through the top of your head. You don't need to close your eyes unless you want to, if you're comfortable. And as you're breathing, I just want to have you notice if you have any discomfort anywhere, and just breathe into it. Now imagine that in one hand, I want you to hold everything that you've just heard about that makes you sad or angry or hurt. Anything about these indigenous people, the Tongva, or any of the people that you know have been traumatized. Just hold that. If it's too much for you to hold, you can go ahead and just place it on a table in front of you, but don't take your eyes off of it. In your other hand, I want you to hold love and compassion and understanding. What you know in your heart to be true, what you wish for others, what you hope to heal, your desire to heal the hurts. And again, if it's too much for you to hold, you can place it on the table in front of you. And just breathe, taking another deep breath, and exhale it out. And know that you have the strength to hold these two very different things, the hurts and the trauma, as well as the love and the compassion and the joy. And now, I'd like you to bring your two hands together. And as you bring these two hands together, allow the healing to begin. Allow the healing that love to heal the traumas and the hurts. Even if you don't know how it's happening right here and right now. Just breathe again and exhale it out. And as you exhale it out, release this transformation that you've created out into the collective consciousness, knowing that what is yours to do, this healing is put into action, and call, if you're so inclined, to do what you are called to do, to serve the best and highest good of all. Thank you, Pacific Coast. Blessings.
Thank you, Jesse. And we will remain in this place and this space as it is Indigenous Peoples Day tomorrow. So we've asked Cheryl if she can grace us with the Navajo flute as we do a special meditative piece.
Thank you.
Reverend Bobbi, you ready for this?
That depends on what this is.
Question is, are they ready for this? They're ready for it. I'm Jesse Keeler, and I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to remind you who you are, the divine individuation of spirit that you are, each and every one of you. And I want to thank Reverend Bobbi for having a conversation with me about getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now, this idea of getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, I don't think it means kicking back and just forgetting, ignoring what's really going on in the world. At least not for me. What do you think, Reverend Bobbi?
Yeah, I'm actually uncomfortable with that phrase. And I'm uncomfortable because it actually doesn't feel truthful. And it doesn't feel truthful to me because I'm not necessarily trying to get comfortable, and I'm going to throw CSL under the bus for this because this is our sort of our movement's talk for the week, and I really thought about it, and we've had these conversations this week, and if I'm comfortable in being in the uncomfortable, then I'm probably not going to change. And unfortunately, that's the impetus, that's the thing that moves us.
And I think in our society, there's a lot of emphasis right now on us being comfortable, being luxurious and enjoying life. And there are a lot of things going on that are just not something I want to necessarily get comfortable with.
We have a history of it. Slavery was created for economic comfort. It was justified on economics, and it was held up for economics, and there was a cognitive dissonance around it that because it was better for the country, that it was okay to enslave and brutalize a people. And even conversations around, like, for example, well, in Africa, there were tribes that were selling, so they're just as bad as us. It doesn't matter. Does anyone else's behavior justify our own behavior of doing something just as bad? And I think that that's where Jesse and I keep talking about is the only way I can really know about what's making me uncomfortable and whether it's something I need to change, which it definitely is. But imagine just for a moment, I was thinking about this, Jesse, because you know how I do.
You thought something?
I did. And sometimes the change is, most of the time in my discomfort, the change is here, right? It's really here, no matter what's going on. If there's a riot going on, it's still here because my discomfort is, what do I do?
And that's fundamental in our teaching, that it all comes back. It's not something external that's happening to us. If we want to change anything, where does the change begin? Where does the change begin? Within.
And the change has to happen. So I'm going to give you kind of an example of like the paradox that we live with post-pandemic, right? And that is, how many of you would like a thriving spiritual community, just like the mission says, right? Don't we all, right? Well, we want it, but I got to commit to it, and I got to serve in it, or it doesn't happen. If I'm struggling with what's happened to the indigenous peoples, and by the way, we all are linked to everyone on this planet anyway, right? And I was going to mention I may have said this story before, so if I did, forgive me, but my memory is short. When I was 3 years old, my great-grandmother, who I was close to her entire life, she actually died when I was 22. And she and my great-grandfather took me to Mexico. Now, I don't know this. They told me this. I remember the trip, actually, which is kind of interesting, but I didn't remember this part. So we drove down to the border of Mexico. We lived in a remote town on the other side of Indio, California. And they got stopped, and my grandmother was held at the border. My grandmother was Choctaw. My great-grandmother's Choctaw Indian, Choctaw Native American. So very dark-skinned. And they held her because I was blonde, white, and they were sure that I was not hers. And so that story was told to me later by my grandmother, and you know, my grandmother's so precious to me, and she explained that. And my grandmother was uneducated. She probably had a 4th grade education, and but she taught me to read. And we're connected. There is no way we're not connected to each one of us, are connected in some lineage, some form, and yet somehow, through that cognitive dissonance, that ability to dismiss, and we wonder why we're uncomfortable, right?
And we think about this connection goes back to our ancestors. It's through our collective consciousness we're connected. So if there are places where situations we come into that are unfamiliar, we're generally uncomfortable with those situations. And to become more comfortable with those situations, we just have to open up. As someone said to me this morning, it's very apparent when someone comes with an open heart and is receptive, and you can feel that. So knowing that we are all connected is a first piece of knowledge to have. And then we also have to be, where I've been calling for myself, or I have to be adult enough to be able to hold two things at the same time. I have to be able to hold the idea that I'm uncomfortable. I don't know this situation. I might be getting triggered. I might be experiencing something from my past or even my ancestors' past that I'm unaware of. And holding the knowledge that we are all one. And having the trust and the faith that I have the strength to do that.
Most of the time, we don't get involved in situations unless there's a personal effect to us. That's the nature of who we are oftentimes. And Rosa Luxemburg said, "Those who do not move do not notice their chains." And if we just sort of think that life is just going to keep going the way it is and that it's not going to shift or move, we're not even noticing that we're held just as captive as our inability or lack of action or lack of consciousness around something. We are imprisoned. Martin Luther King, that unless all are free, no one is free. And that isn't just about civil rights. That's across the board with respect to everything. As long as I'm not practicing a sense of freedom within myself, then one, I can't see it nor know what it is, but I know that my inability also affects your ability. My lack of consciousness affects your ability to expand and grow in that consciousness. But if one of us open, it only takes one in that group. Imagine 2, imagine 3, imagine 4. That if we open and just know that I don't understand everything, nor am I supposed to. I don't need clarity in a situation to know what to do. I need to be peace in a situation. Because my discomfort, if we even pulled it even further, my anxiety in a situation is going to move me to act from this part of the brain that self-preserves, self-protects. Take care of me. And when I only take care of me, I'm really kind of a disaster. How about you? Yesterday, may I say this real quick? Sure. Yesterday, I got really upset at Janine. She's probably watching going, oh my gosh. I got really upset. I was a little overwhelmed. I was trying to get out the door. I had things to do, and I got upset. And it took me about 3 hours, because for the first 3 hours, I was sure it was her. Right? You never do that, right? No. I was sure it was her fault all the way. And then about 3 hours later, I was sitting there. I went, I am a schmuck. I am such a schmuck.
One of the things I love about our teaching is how honest our ministers are. Yes? Yeah? Because I can...
That's all I got.
I want to back up to this idea of those who do not move, do not notice their chains. That was almost a Freudian. There's a slip there.
Totally.
Change.
Love it. Keep going.
And the idea of colonization, and the colonization not of people, but of our minds. Some of us may not see ourselves in our lineage as the descendants of a group of people that were
marginalized,
brutalized, traumatized, subject to genocide, enslavement. But in our society, the thought patterns that perpetuate that created that, are still with us. Just take a breath right now, because that's a big thing. Whoa. And fundamental to our teaching is also what? What am I thinking? My mind. And how often, just as Reverend Bobbi said, am I thinking something that I don't even know where that thought came from? I just think it came from over there. It's somebody else's fault. So again, for me, going back to that idea of being an adult, having mature thinking, that just pausing for a moment, where did that thought come from? Who taught me to think that? And do I still need to think that thought? Or can I let it go and transform it and tell a new story?
Well, even when it comes down to religion, like I grew up in a faith tradition that said, well, my religion's the best, my faith is the best. We do the same in Science of Mind.
Wait a minute,
okay?
mine was.
Oh, yeah, we got it going on here, and everyone should be here. Right? We don't own it. We don't own best. We don't own best community either. We don't. I know, but we don't. And the thing about that is what would it be like if we owned that we want to be a great community and support other communities to be great? And if they're doing things better, please show us. Please show us. We cannot be diminished by someone who does it slightly better or better. But we can be expanded by knowing that we're all in this together. And we create systems, structures from beliefs and ideas. And I'm just going to go to this one quote here that I freaking love right now. How many watched the Barbie movie? Yeah. You know, if you haven't watched the Barbie movie because you think, oh, it's just a movie, it's not for kids. It's not for kids. It's for us and the way we teach kids. And Barbie is talking to Ruth Handler, who was the creator of Barbie in the movie. Oh my gosh, and who plays her? Rita Perlman. Oh, seriously, I'd watch it for her, right? She says, ideas live forever, humans not so much. And this is when Barbie's considering becoming human because she realizes in this doll existence, this Pollyannism, this structure that I'm not even aware I was in, that I'm missing the full spectrum of an experience, right? That's when Rita tells her, being human can be pretty uncomfortable. Humans make up things like patriarchy and Barbie to deal with how uncomfortable it is. We make up stuff. We make up stuff about ourselves. We make up stuff about how things should be. We make up stuff about other people. We make up stuff about, well, at least I'm not that. Even when I'm grateful, well, at least I don't feel like this person's feeling. That's making up stuff. I could go more, but
I know you can go. I'm trying to catch a breath in there.
Catching up a little bit.
I'm catching up a little bit.
Let me take a breath over
you know,
here.
because I think this stuff can feel a little bit heavy to me.
Does it?
And I know that Reverend Bobbi and I, when we get talking, we can go down the deep path there. But I came across a quote by Rabbi Abraham Joshua Herschel. And I want to remind us why we're doing this. And he says, our goal should be to live in radical amazement, to look at the world in a way that takes nothing for granted. Everything is phenomenal. Everything is incredible. To be spiritual is to be constantly amazed. And to be in that place where we are constantly amazed and everything is incredible and everything is phenomenal. We got to ditch the stories. We got to pay attention to what we're thinking. We got to be able to open up our hearts and come from our hearts and recognize that you're a child of God, and you're God, and you're God, and you are. Everyone in this room is, and everyone that we meet is, and that everything we encounter is divine. And when we encounter that divine and we know that, we can ditch the stories. We can go beyond being uncomfortable, go beyond needing to be comfortable because we are in this state of amazement.
I want to drop my mic, but Lita will kill me. How do we do this? How do we be in the discomfort? Let's just take comfort and let's just throw it away. Can we do that? Let's be real. Can we be real? Because there's nothing comfortable. But that's not the point. And if we can understand that it's not the point, amazement's in there, all of it. I can be amazed and be so uncomfortable at the same time. I have been able to hold 3 or 4 feelings at the same time that should not go together.
And that's
right?
cool when you can do that.
Totally.
You know, how many of you have gotten to the place where you can handle 3 or 4 emotions at the same time? Yeah? Yeah, and still do the right thing, right?
But also, those of you that say you aren't, you are. You're just not maybe aware of it yet. But how do I do that? How do I be in the discomfort? The first thing I have to do, go ahead and pick that up if you want, Valerie. Because I know you're uncomfortable with it laying right there. Right? I love how Valerie just goes with me. But the thing is, we have to look at it. Not look at it to figure it out. By the way, don't look at it to figure it out. Just look at it. Just start there. Just look at it. Talk about it. By the way, I am my worst enemy. I am my worst nightmare sometimes. Anybody else want to join me on that one? Oh my goodness. If I don't talk to somebody, then I continue to be my worst nightmare. I have to be present with sadness and grief and heartbreak just as much as I have to be present with joy and love. Because nobody said to strive just for the love and the joy and all that. It's all of it. To be so present with it as if it's a child and you were holding it so tenderly and beautifully. What if we did that? Don't try to fix. There's nothing to fix. If we pause and look at what is happening in me, I'm afraid. No. I feel fear. I'm sad. No, I feel sadness. That's why we walk in these doors.
And trust that those feelings, that discomfort, that feeling, it's just moving through you. You don't have to hang on to it. You can just let it flow right through you. And knowing that as you and us, we get more skilled at that, we also make room to be able to hold that for others as well, to give them the space to be in their trauma, their discomfort, their sadness. And this is the place from which we can begin to heal the world and create the world that we know is possible.
And who's to say that we aren't doing it now? We're already good. This community came together because it was already ready.
Yes.
We're already doing it.
Yep.
And if we keep saying, but only if we did that, if we did this, if we had this, if we had that, if we had more money, if we had more people, well, it'll never be enough. Right now is where we are, and it is enough.
Thank you for setting me straight on that one. We got it now. We're doing it now. We're changing the world for the better now. We're creating the world we know is possible now. We're creating the center now. We're doing it now. We're changing.
So we're going to end on time.
How did that happen?
It just does.
We could keep going.
We could, but no, we've
no.
said enough.
All
You
right.
get to figure it out. So we're going to go ahead and close with prayer. Do you want to start, or do you want me to finish?
You may start. Please start. And you can finish if you want. But
So take a deep breath. Let's stand, Jesse.
yeah.
I pray better when I stand. What I know, not here, up here in this little machine that sometimes remembers, but in my heart. That's where the mind is. It's in my heart. That there is only one power and one presence. It is God. It is the collective. It is all there is. It includes everything. It includes the things I know and the things I don't. It includes every event and situation and circumstance. It includes this moment, the next, the one after that. I am one with this, as I know every person in this room is. And what I call today is amazing because of the people in this room who come in and serve and commit and do such beautiful work, who love and give and share, and say yes. And to those that walk in the room and say, I just need today, I just need to be here today. And everything in between, knowing that we are creating amazing from amazing.
And as I know this is true, I know that this divine creative spirit is flowing through each and every individual that is in this congregation, that is sitting here in this presence, in this time, and that is present with us online, that is present with us in the future as they watch this. Because as life unfolds, there is no time or space in the realm of the divine, and all is possible. And we are in that possibility, and as it unfolds, we're doing it now. We are creating the world that we know is possible. We are the love that we know is possible. We are the joy and the freedom. And this eternal being is with us in each every moment. And as I know this is true, I know that this beautiful Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living is becoming the community, is the community that this world needs right here and right now. And I release it, knowing it's done. And I say, thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
And so it is.
Hey, what's the matter with your head? Hey, what's the matter with your mind and your sign? And oh yeah, hey, nothing's the matter with your head, baby. Find it, come on and find it. Cause you're fine and you're mine and you look so divine. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. That's right. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Hey, what's the matter with your feel right? Won't you feel right, baby? Oh, hey, yeah, get it from the main vine. All right, I said I find it, darling, love it if you like it. Yeah, yeah, oh, hey, it's your business if you want some, take some. Get it together. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Sing it again. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love now, baby. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love now. Yeah. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now, yeah. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Sing it now. Come and get your love. Oh yeah. Come and get your love. Come get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. I said hey. What's the matter with your feel right? Don't you feel right, baby? Hey, get it from the main vine. All right. La 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 la. get your love.
Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now.
Get your love now. La 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 la.
Come and get your love, come and get your love now.
Come and get your love.
Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love.
Ooh yeah. Come and get your love. Yeah, la la yeah. Come and get your love. Come get your love. Come and get your love. Last time now. Come and get your love. There you go.
It was awesome, awesome. How grateful I am for what I learn when I am here, how grateful I am for this community that we are building together. And we are building this community together. We are growing this community together. And what we heard today is just one small example of all that we have to offer, all that we have to offer. So from that place of gratitude, will you please state this affirmation with me? I freely and gratefully give from the abundance that is me. We have great capacity for living, loving, and giving. I give today from joy and gratitude. And so it is, and so it is. There are many ways that you can give to this community. There's donate buttons all over on the newsletter, on the websites. You can text to give. You can take it through Venmo, PayPal, Vanco, Give Plus. We appreciate all that you offer to us. And now, do we have our children today? Where are they? Are they here? They're coming. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lorraine. May I have the practitioners stand, please? Would the practitioners please stand? These folks are our beloved licensed practitioners who are trained, years and years of training to be able to pray with you. If you would like to affirm your gratitude and your good in your life, or if you have a hardness of head or a heaviness of heart that you would like prayer for today, right after service, over by that sign, prayer lives here. Come and meet a practitioner there. Thank you, practitioners. You may have received a prayer card when you came in. If you didn't, they're right over there by the welcome table. Please, if you'd like some prayer, fill it out and leave it in the basket, and these lovely practitioners will pray for you this week. If you'd like, they'll even send you a copy of the prayer. I would ask my practitioner, Reverend Bobbi, but may I ask an alternate to please come and take the candle out today? Because Reverend Bobbi has a job to do right after this. Jackie, would you please come and carry the light? Let us open the circle and take our light into the world with our intentions and everything that we learned and all of our gratitude from today's service. Thank you, Jackie. And now I would invite up our minister and senior spiritual leader.
And practitioner.
And practitioner today.
And prayer. Prayer. Oh, so how do you feel? You feel good? You're like, what do I do with that message, right? Yeah, so stand. So one of the things is why we ask you to stand, and you stand if you're able, and thank you, is get in your body. Just get in your body in this moment. And as I get in my body, I get out of my head. I get out of my head. And so as we get into this body, this divine creation that we have been gifted, oh, life, it's amazing, isn't it? I get to ask you a question today, as I do every Sunday. Something's happening, right? Yes. What is it? Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Sorry, I was putting out fires. That was a special one.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
What is it called? That was a hint for the next line. Okay? Where is it?
Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all
They're in my head every week. What am I going to do with it?
I accept it.
And?
I
And?
share it with all.
Now, these next two lines, it's that whole discomfort thing, right? So when we get the paradox of not liking, we also get to accept what is and what isn't, right? So say those next two lines, thinking about what we just spoke today. Are you ready? So how are we going to do it?
Just the way it appears.
And?
Just the way it appears not.
I felt like a Disney film just now. I loved it. No, I meant that as a compliment. You know that, right, Cheryl? Totally. So from that place of gratitude, did you get something from today? Yes. Do you have something to go home with today?
Yes.
And before you leave today, will you speak to someone you don't usually speak to?
Yes.
Thank you. And today, do one thing different. Just one. Now with that, knowing ahead of time in the gratitude that when I do just one thing, life shifts. One thing today. So think about that ahead of time, because what we do as practitioners, we predict, we forecast, and we don't forecast what will happen, we forecast what I will feel like, which is amazing and grateful. So in that gratitude, allow it to move up through your body, and as we say this last line, these last three words, on the count of three, I want you to reach deep down inside and allow that gratitude to come up and speak that for as powerful as you feel it. On the count of three, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, life.
Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Yeah. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah. One more time. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love.